Hey everybody, welcome back to another Jackson Jet Setting Resort review. Today we're down in Newport Coast, California in Orange County checking out Marriott's Newport Coast Villas. This is a vacation club property that my mother-in-law happens to own at. It was a great escape for our young boy for his first real resort stay, so we're going to check out everything there is to do around the property. It's an absolutely stunning place, and we had amazing weather in October 2023. So we're going to show you everything there is to do at the resort, as well as what our 2-bedroom looked like, and some of the fun things to do around the area. So come along. Just a reminder, if you like this type of content, please subscribe to the channel or like this video. Really helps us out. So this is definitely a Tuscan theme to the resort. As you enter, this is the main sort of courtyard area. There's a lot of huge buildings. This property is actually pretty gigantic. It being a Marriott Vacation Club property, definitely noticed that theme at all the Marriott Vacation Clubs that I've stayed at over the years. But very Tuscan, very Italian feel. The whole area planted with some of those Tuscan cypress trees that I really love. And they grow great in California. So loved all the gardens around here. Very, very upscale for a timeshare property. If you are staying here, just be aware that the main lobby and the rest of the buildings are all located at different elevations. It's definitely built on a sloping hill as it makes its way down the beach. So the location of this place is basically on one side of PCH. Then you can walk down to Cove State Park, and that's free to enter if you're walking in, just as an FYI. I definitely recommend having a vehicle if you plan on visiting here, not only because Orange County can be pretty hard to get around with public transportation, but this property itself being so big, it's really helpful to have that vehicle just to drive to your room and then drive off property. We drove here as well. Parking was free and there's no resort fee at the property, which is great. So we're going to walk into the lobby here and check out what it looks like on the inside. Not a gigantic lobby for how big this resort actually is, but a nice little beachy feel. Definitely upscale and renovated since the last time I was here about 6 years ago. This is where you're going to find the front desk as well as the timeshare desk, where if you're not already a member, they'll pitch you and give you a tour. Maybe you're here on an incentive, which would be awesome. But otherwise, really just your typical hotel amenities. So front desk over there at the left, some sitting area, nice little sea views out to the right. And then they have this area for timeshare things that wasn't in use when I was on property. And then over here is the marketplace. And this is going to be a hubbub of activity, especially in the morning, because it has a Starbucks on the inside. Can't use any of your Starbucks credits or app to pay there. You can charge it to the room though and earn your Marriott points. And it doubles as a nice little merchandise store and grab and go place, so you can actually pick up some items to cook in your room, because this being a timeshare property has a full kitchen in all the rooms. Every Marriott timeshare also has some daily activities, which is awesome. I noticed that they had live music by the pool every evening. They have various fun activities throughout the week. Most people staying here for a longer time, so definitely check that out and take advantage. Here's a little map of the property. You can see how many buildings there actually are. And the resort does actually have a resort shuttle, so if you did come without a car, you can access this, or if you just don't want to drive to the locations that the shuttle serves, it's pretty convenient getting into Laguna Beach, and then you can just Uber back to the property. Then there is a little fitness center, as well as some evening entertainment scheduled there from 5 to 7, right around sunset. Number of resort-style amenities around the resort that we will show you here throughout the video as well, but you do have some tennis right on property, as well as a pool bar. Love checking out all the views at the resort while we were walking around. We had just one cloudy day and the rest was really sunny. So the pools themselves seemed pretty busy. They do have hot tubs at several different places. There are actually 3 different pools on property located at different areas, so you don't have to walk back to the main pool, which is definitely helpful for people. But the main pool, definitely the star of the show. You see some pool volleyball going on here. This is just one of several pools in this complex that we'll show you right now. But really great sea views overlooking the Pacific Ocean there. Now, we use Marriott Vacation Club points to book our stay here midweek, but you can use cash or Marriott Bonvoy points to stay here. And I do think that the location of this property makes it pretty compelling for people visiting the area. You're maybe 30 minutes from Disneyland, you're walking distance to the beach, and you're next to Newport Coast, Newport Beach, Corona del Mar, Fashion Island. Lots of really fun things to do around the area, and you can use your points and stay for free. Now, we ate off property most of the time this trip, except for breakfast, so we didn't have a chance to check out the pool bar right here, but this was hopping. during most evenings. Great sunset views from here, so definitely take advantage if you're staying on property for most of your stay. Called La Vista Pool Bar and Grill. So kind of a grab and go situation here, which makes it pretty convenient, but really just a lovely pool area. So that just about does it for the main pool area here at the Newport Coast Villas. The lower level of the main lobby has the activity center and the fitness center. The activity center was actually under construction while we were here, so I can't show you that, but I will show you the fitness center in just a sec. But they do have ping pong tables as well as foosball tables located outside, which is pretty great. Usually the weather, fantastic for that sort of thing in California. Construction did create some difficulties getting in and out of the pool area, so you had to choose a section to go up. I used the pool kind of to walk through to get coffee in the morning, but to the left over here was a pretty decently sized fitness center. It's one of two actually on property. And I'll show you that in just a second, but this is going to be 1700 building. This is where our 2-bedroom unit is located, so we're going to check out a full tour of that. Here's the entrance to the room. We're in the very corner. The buildings are pretty much 3 stories. We entered from the 2nd story from the parking area, so we didn't have to take any stairs or elevator to get into this room, which is great. As you enter there, you do have the laundry room closet and then the full kitchen. So overall, I felt like the room had some updates. The kitchen definitely not updated, but everything in really great shape. Full-size fridge here with an ice maker in the freezer. Full knife set for cooking. It's one thing I really love about the Marriott Vacation Clubs as well as other timeshare properties that we've stayed at. Just lots and lots of amenities right there for you to cook your own meals. Didn't do a ton of that, but with a baby on this trip, we really did love having the full kitchen to be able to clean bottles, just spread out all the stuff that he needs to make sure that he stays a nice, happy baby. So I do imagine that we'll start staying at some timeshare properties a little bit more just because of the added amenities with the full kitchen. So all of your glassware as well as your plates, little coffee maker. We stayed at some properties that actually have an espresso machine in Hawaii, which I thought that was a really cool feature in the room. Pots and pans, as well as baking materials. And a full dishwasher, as well as a sink. So now we're going to walk into the dining room area. This is the area that I actually use to do some remote work. There's lots of plugs right there, which I found really useful. And then this 2 bedrooms. This is the guest bedroom. Big TV right there. Small little closet to store some things. Probably not going to have too many business clothes here. Gonna be more swimwear, I imagine, but it's available if you need it, or for nice dinners out. Pull-out couch right there to squeeze some more people into this room, and then a nice little queen-size bed there. And then you don't have your own private bathroom. It connects into the living room here, but pretty spacious. So this room overall, I believe, can fit 8 people. This couch right here also folds out, so you can store some people in the living room over here, which is amazing. Huge, huge television. And then we're gonna walk into the main bedroom here. Big king-size bed. Some towels there, beach towels that they left us, which is great. Another television, so 3 total televisions in the room here. Bedside tables for storing some things. Plugs right there. Big soaking bathtub. 2 sinks. Closet that is in the main bathroom right here with the safe. And walking into the walk-in shower, which is a little bit nicer than the guest shower for sure, with 2 shower heads, as well as those reusable bottles, which I'm not really a fan of. And then out into the balcony here, taking a look at our view. Nice little seating area here, not a ton of seating though, if you have a lot more people in the room than we did. A little cloudy this day, but you do have a little peekaboo view of the ocean there, as well as the Pelican Hill Golf Course, which is an expensive but public golf course that you can play. And the Pelican Hill Resort is located right across the street, so a good option for dinner. Didn't love having the air conditioner view right next to our room, but we were on that floor that just, by nature of that, will have that view. But really great golf course views as you walk around property. Here's the parking area right next to the 1700 buildings. Pretty much the same as all the other buildings. You're just gonna have a few spaces right there next to your rooms. Easy to unload and load your bags for your vacation. Lots of grill areas as well that you can use for free. It's very typical of the timeshares. Nice views. Just really love everything about this place. And love staying pretty affordably with owning one of the timeshares. Lots of public areas here, so we do have a basketball court as well as a putting green that was definitely in use during our stay. And then there's also tons and tons of sitting areas and fire pits, just lots of areas to lounge and just relax in. The views are the star here, so they definitely built the place to take advantage of that. So you should too if you're coming to stay. If you've stayed at a timeshare in the past or even a Marriott timeshare property and you loved it or hated it, let me know in the comments. I want to have a discussion with you. And then one area I really did like was this beach volleyball area. So you are near the beach, so a great thing to do as a family. And then down the hill from there was a little tetherball area. I did see a couple of these around the resort, so lots and lots of fun for the kids around this whole place. Over on the northern corner of the resort, speaking of kids, is the more active kids pool. This does have 2 small water slides as well as an awesome water dunking bucket that you see in the water parks. So this was obviously very popular with the children. And does have a small bar that wasn't operational while we were there. I don't know if they really man this full time now at this point or really just during the summer months. But also nearby was a little play area for the kids and even had a QR code that you could scan, and there was some story that you could follow along there, which is cool. Here is the trolley that acts as the shuttle for the resort, so that's really fun. And then we wanted to go and take a walk down to the beach, so we did. Took about 20 minutes to walk across the street to Crystal Cove State Park. Again, that is free to visit if you are just walking in, which is great, instead of $15. But if you have a lot of stuff for the beach, not too bad of a price, though I think parking during the summer months is going to be pretty tough to find. Great views here, just not really built up at all. It does have a cool locals only secret, I would say, though I'm sure some of the seasoned travel veterans probably know about it. It's the Beachcomber Cafe. This is a step back in time. They just have these amazing 1920s, 1910s beachfront cottages that have been fully restored, and they're operated by California State Park, so they're really cheap to stay if you don't want to stay at the Marriott Vacation Club. And they have a great restaurant with really good food. It's really hard to find a reservation, but we were able to walk right in. We came back to the resort after lunch and checked out some more of the facilities. We're a big tennis family. They do have 3 tennis courts, as well as some pickleball action going on, which is great for everyone that loves all racquetball sports. And that's located in the more southerly part of the resort with its own pool, kind of more of a resort style pool that had some kind of cabana style things. Then this big events lawn that had a really good view, probably the best view besides the main pool at the resort, and they reserved the best spot for smokers, which I thought was kind of funny. And this is the area that has the secondary fitness center as well, so that's really convenient for those that are staying at this end of the resort. So after we checked out, we did want to go and look at Newport Beach. So we took the car ferry, which is just one of the coolest things that you can do around the area. It costs maybe $5 for everyone in the car, depending on how many people you have. It's a short, like 2 or 3 minute ride across Newport Harbor, but it gets you over to the peninsula, and this is a really fancy way to travel, kind of like they did in the 1940s. But I'll leave you with this shot of Newport Beach. Thanks a lot for watching, and subscribe to the channel.